Alright, so this is a ranked 6v6 match. I was rolling in a Premade, and we were a fresh Premade, so we didn't have a lot of team synergy or um, teamwork, very fluid and developed. This is I'm general ranked, and we had one champion Stego on our team and a few other general or grandmaster ranked people. And we went into this dismantle extractors map, and we're immediately getting like our everything handed to us because in both of the dismantle extractors maps, they have open areas, a lot of like high skybox, a lot of aerial advantages, and our team did not have really the anti-air capabilities or the air capabilities. And so the enemy team had an Aquila, a Sky Raider, and they kept on constantly pinning us down. And then they also had a Narukami that provided support to save their anyone that was going after the Aquila or the Sky Raider. I'm just here trying to survive and help heal our teammates. I think, looking back at the gameplay here, I could have done better by sticking to our Stego instead of our anyone that needed healed. I was obviously trying to survive, but I got sniped by the Narukami there. I was trying to keep our Tricera alive by going to the objective, but I got immediately bursted, died, and that took me out of the game. So that's my second death, and I'm just getting stomped. This is not ideal, not very fun, but it also is kind of reasonable if you think about it. Looking back, I should have hugged our Stego a lot closer because he was champion ranked, and that Stego could have kept me alive more. Here I am chasing the enemy Stego with my shotgun. We got the kill on him. I'm just trying to heal and survive and take cover because I know they have Aquila and Narukami as snipers. I tried to at least put walls, but it didn't work because when you put a wall down, the next wall, if you're trying to put it near another wall, will try to stack. So it's really hard to get that skill shot in if you have a wall down previously and you missed that. So I went in with the shotgun just to cap the point. I'm contesting it, defending it, and also I'm trying to heal myself and my teammates. I'm just trying to survive. It's really rough, and I get sniped. So an interesting thing is, the Aquila, the Narukami, and the Sky Raider, they both do basically energy damage, and that does a lot against, anyone that's not equipped with energy defense. So there's no way that I, as a Panaka, can contest against an Aquila or a Sky Raider unless they're standing still on the ground. So basically, most of this game is just me trying to survive and capture the points with my teammates. I see someone weak, I try to heal, but he dies before I can get my global shield around him, so I run away because I don't want to get bursted. I see my team's near me and we're going to the objective. I do use a little bit of my energy up, and I try to charge it a little bit, but decide just to run away to heal our Stego. And here I'm trying to, babysit our Stego to help protect him, but we do end up getting targeted pretty hard. And I use my ult to slash down or slam down on the ground so I can get the quicker ground energy recovery. Yeah, here I get pushed outside the map. It's really rough. I get clawed by the Aquila, and there's two of them pinning me down, and they know I'm a healer, so I'm a higher priority than not. I don't have any energy, and so I die before I can even take any heal cover. Plus they have the aerial advantage, so even if I did have walls, it would only delay them for a couple seconds. Their team did a really good job prioritizing targets, like me, for instance, when I'm out of position. And then our team was constantly being staggered because of our deaths. We were all of us were dying left and right because of the high energy damage from the Narukami, the Sky Raider, and the Aquila. So it eventually just became, getting killed by them while also their Welkin and sometimes their Stego goes for the objective. Here I try to go in to save our Serenith, which is getting ganged up by their whole entire team, but I wasn't fast enough, and so they died, and now I'm getting targeted. I drew aggro towards me, and I'm just trying to survive. I get clawed by the Aquila as I'm getting shot. I'm just trying to heal. At this point, I'm kind of just surviving and wasting time for the Aquila so that they can't go after any of our teammates, which is effectively all I can do. I see cover. I drop my wall. I missed that with skill shot, but I get another wall down. The Aquila gives up chase and starts shooting at our teammates, so I go back in to try to engage and help save someone. But they dismantled the extractor, so I go away towards the other extractor, and we're surrounded. Not doing good. This is not a good game for me. Not a good moment. I do see a lone Stego, and a Panaka can easily kill a Stego. However, as I'm targeting him and killing him, I do get ganged up. As you see, the energy beams from literally all sides. The Aquila and the Sky Raider are killing me. I'm juking back and forth behind my walls, but I ran out of energy, so I couldn't get any cover. So the jukes behind the walls helped to sort of dodge and protect me, but it also drained all my energy, so I couldn't go to the next immediate point of cover. And I was going to drop a wall and try to help protect myself. But if you see here, this is just us dying a lot because they have the overall aerial advantage, and they're just blasting laser beams at us, and we really couldn't do anything. And that's an important thing to know in specifically the Dismantle Extractors map, because both of them have open aerial spaces where the air advantage can make a huge difference, and they are large maps, so lower mobility mechs like a Tricera or a Stego won't be able to get around the map so easily. And I try to heal and keep our people alive. Yeah, I'm just getting wrecked, man. It's rough. I didn't really get tilted, but I also saw the overwhelming advantage. I see that they have a Stego here, and I, as a Panaka, can take him out, but sadly his team starts to wisen up, and they see me and they start shooting, and at that point I can't really engage to kill the Stego, and I'm out of energy. So I'm constantly energy drained, trying to dodge everything, which is rough, and I'm trying to heal, but we lose the game. Overall, the main reason we lost is because they had the aerial superiority, and we didn't have the right team composition to be able to combat or contest it. Our Stego did really well. Looking back, I think I should have focused on just keeping him alive and seeing if we can turn the tides on the aerial game, but it didn't work out for us in the long run. Yeah, so if we look at the stats, our team got decimated in terms of deaths. Even our Stego died 3 times, which is rough. Our Tricera died a lot. He was constantly in the fray trying to contest the objective, but he didn't have enough support from the other teammates because, well, our other teammates died, mainly. Our Aquila was doing alright, but them having a Sky Raider, Aquila, and a Narukami to target, and the Falcon to target our Aquila made it that much difficult. I personally didn't have issues with the Falcon because the Falcon wasn't targeting me, unlike the Sky Raider and the Aquila, and sometimes the Narukami. So I'm assuming that the Falcon on their team started targeting our Aquila and our Serenith and our Stellaris to keep and peel away from the Sky Raider and the Aquila. As you see, the Sky Raider got 11 kills. The Aquila got 7 kills. They had no healers on their team because they went primarily DPS. So their overwhelming DPS overrided any heals that I could do, and they knew that we only had 1 healer on our team. So they kept targeting me and kept me out of the game. So essentially, if you have a high DPS stack team, like, 6 DPSers, vice any healers or supports, you can essentially target their healer, and if you can keep the healer out of the game It's effectively a 6v5 with no heals on the enemy team, and that turned the tide overwhelmingly to their favor. So they had a better pre-made team comp, and they also communicated more effectively when selecting their targets, because they killed me five times, and they also killed our Aquila, which was the viable counter to most of them 6 times, and our Stellaris 5 times, which our Stellaris could, take out the Falcon, the Sky Raider, the Aquila, or the Narukami effectively. And their Welkin was going for the points. He got a dismantle. Their Falcon also was going to the points, and they got dismantle. So was the Sky Raider. I think another thing to note is that Falcon and Sky Raider have a lot of high mobility in the air, so they can easily get to the points on these maps, on this dismantle extractors maps. Their Stego, I was annoying that their Stego specifically, because I mean, as a Panaka, you can hard counter a Stego. So I didn't allow the Stego on their team to do too much, but their team worked really well, peeling off me from their Stego. And, in theory, I could have, instead of focusing on the Stego, I could have healed our team, which would have worked better if we weren't all dying in a staggered position. So we were dying left and right at different times, and we would drop in and out at different times. Like, the moment I dropped in, I was trying to heal our Serenith, but they were getting targeted by 5 or 6 people on their team, and that killed. Anytime I dropped in from a revive, I was trying to heal someone. I would get bursted, and overall, we got stomped pretty hard, and that was rough. It was really rough. We tried. I mean, we got one dismantle with our Serenith, but yeah, not looking good. I just wanted to show you, you can have bad games, and you can also learn from the bad games. And also, this is an experience of getting just completely stomped, and I think it was a valuable lesson. When you're rolling with pre-mades, I think the biggest thing is to make sure that you have some team synergy and strategy down. So if you're going to do ranked games, I would suggest playing casual with your pre-made, so that you can coordinate and work, and also have shot calls and ideas for what to do on certain maps, or what team comp you want to run. Because quite honestly, in the pre-made that I joined, we kind of just were doing whatever, and we kind of just were chilling, having fun, going for the objectives. So we got out-sweated by people who were trying a lot harder. It does happen. I mean, it's not like the worst thing in the world. But, hopefully, you learn from my lesson of just getting stomped, that these things happen, and try to be better next time. Yeah, especially in pre-mates. You can get really sweaty teams, and that's what happened here. They were good. It's hard to cap the points, or hard to kill the enemy when you're dead, so keep that in mind, I guess.